dollars, pay your workers a living wage.
Pay your share of taxes!
Yes, pay their share taxes!
Justice is not served when the CEOs of major corporations make 300 times what their employees make. That's not justice.
Tax-free! Tax-free!
Justice is not served when 25 hedge fund managers on Wall Street make twice as much money as 140,000 kindergarten teachers in this country.
Fixing the market! They fix the market too!
Brothers and sisters, we are going to bring justice to this country. By the way, when we talk about justice, we will no longer accept a situation in which our younger generation, for the first time in the modern history of our country, will have a lower standard of living than their parents if we don't turn this economy around.
Unacceptable!
And all of the technology, all of the increased productivity, and yet our kids stand to have a lower standard of living than their parents.
Unacceptable!
That's unacceptable!
I have 4 kids and 7 grandchildren. I do not believe in downward mobility. This campaign is about moving up, people up, not down. But it is not just a unfair and rigged economic system that we are going to address. It is a corrupt political system.
Corrupt to the moon!
That's right!
I'm an old-fashioned guy, and I believe that democracy means one person, one vote. You know, when we think about the men and women who have put their lives on the line to defend democracy, many of them never returned. Democracy is not about billionaires buying elections, and we're going to overturn Citizens United. Now, as many of you will recall, when we first began this campaign, and when I came to Nevada, we campaigned all over your state, many of the ideas that we talked about, the political establishment and the media establishment, they said, hey, Bernie's ideas are crazy, they're extreme, they're radical, nobody will accept them, nobody will support them.
It's the only ones that make sense!
Raising the minimum wage to a living wage, too radical. Guaranteeing health care to all as a right, too radical.
No!
Creating up to 15 million jobs by investing $1 trillion to rebuild our crumbling infrastructure, too radical.
Not the tax cuts to billionaires!
Aggressively combating climate change, too radical.
Well, get ready!
Our broken criminal justice systems and our broken immigration system, too radical. And imagine this, not having a super PAC to fund your campaign, much too radical. Oh my God. And then think about this one, unthinkable. Ending the power of super delegates at the Democratic National Convention. So it seems that all of those ideas and many more just a few years ago were considered too radical. Well, a funny thing happened during that 2016 campaign. Turns out that we won 22 states. turns out that we received over 13 million votes. We won over 1,700 delegates to the Democratic National Convention. And I'll tell you what we accomplished together that was most important. And that is that we ended up winning more votes from young people, black and white and Latino, Native American, Asian And by the way, those ideas that we talked about 4 years ago that seemed so radical at that time, well, today, a majority of the American people support those ideas.
Yes, we do!